So, Gillette's answer to razor bumps and skin irritation is less blades.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
The Gillette Skinguard Razor. Let's talk about it. I hated the Gillette Skinguard Razor when I tried it for the first time.
Ooh-wee. I'm just gonna be honest. I already don't like the way that this razor feels.
Looking back on it, this makes perfect sense, and there was a good reason that I didn't like it. However, if I had stopped there, I would have had the complete wrong impression about this razor. The Gillette Skinguard was released in late 2018, early 2019, so it's been on shelves for just under 5 years. Now, what's interesting about this Google screenshot right here is the price. Back in 2019, when the Gillette Skinguard was first released, the starter kit, which included the razor handle and an additional cartridge, would have cost you just $7.99 compared to today in 2023, where that exact same kit will cost you about $13.79. This represents a 71% price increase in just under 5 years. Compare that to the Skinguard razor replacement cartridges. A 4-pack back in 2019 would have cost you about $14.99 compared to today, where that same 4-pack will cost you about $15.79. That's only an 80-cent increase, and that represents just a 5.3% price hike in just under 5 years. So what gives? Why the big difference in price increase between the starter kit and the replacement cartridges?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yes, we're back at it, and we're gonna get right after it. So, my first shave ever with the Gillette Skinguard. This is a razor I've never tried before. I've always just passed it over. So, I'm really excited to check it out for the first time. Let's do it.
I can remember a time when a man would just receive a free razor in the mail. Back in the time of the Gillette Sensor and Gillette Sensor XL, I can remember my dad, my brother, a bunch of friends of mine, and myself, we all received free Gillette Sensor razors in the mail. Because what Gillette understood back then is the real profit was in the replacement cartridges. So they would happily give you a razor handle and a couple cartridges to get you started in the hopes of snagging a new loyal customer for years to come. Why is this significant? Because it's no surprise that Gillette would introduce a new product with a low introductory price in the hopes of snagging some new clientele. But what else this tells me is that today, free razors, we're being paid no such courtesy. And in today's financial climate, I can't imagine any company doing something as frivolous as free razors in the mail. But back then, everyone did it. And you didn't have to do anything for these razors. If they had any inkling that a guy lived in the house, a free razor came in the mail.
Okay, so we just finished our first activity with the Gillette Skinguard, and ooh-wee. Yeah, I just flat out didn't like it. But here's the ironic part about that is now touching my head after the results really aren't bad. Yeah, that's my first impression. However, we haven't even shaved my face yet, so let's go get after it. Let's do that now.
One of the things that first made me curious about the Gillette Skinguard razor is the fact that the model on the back of the package is a black man. And some of the marketing for this razor kind of implies that the Gillette Skinguard is an ethnically targeted razor. And well, the truth is, it kind of is. But more on that in a minute. Years ago, when my dad first taught me to shave, by the way, thanks a bunch, Pops. One of the first things that he taught me is that as a black man, to always shave with the grain. Now, shaving against the grain could give you a closer shave, but then you would also run the risk of the hair turning up underneath the skin, causing irritation and razor bumps. I always accepted what my old man told me as truth without really ever understanding how it worked or without ever questioning the scientific merit of it. However, good old dad was exactly right. Those with curlier or more coarse textures of hair are more prone to razor bumps. Check out this healthline.com article by Natalie Silver, which was also medically reviewed by a Dr. Deborah Weatherspoon. It states, razor bumps are more common in people with curly hair because the hair is more likely to curl back into the skin. A more severe version of razor bumps is known as pseudofolliculitis barbae. I don't know if I pronounced that right at all, but it can also be abbreviated as PFB. This condition occurs in up to 60% of African American men and in others with curly hair. It's important to point out, while razor bumps and skin irritation may be more common amongst Black men, it's not exclusive to Black men. And there's many other ethnicities that also fit into this curly hair category. In addition, there can be other reasons for razor irritation. And yes, white guys can be affected too. According to this May 2023 Forbes.com article by Rachel McPherson, she outlines several potential causes of razor irritation. However, for the purpose of this review, I would like to just concentrate on the first, shaving too closely or excessive pressure. Why are we talking about shave irritation, what causes it, and who's affected by it? Well, remember in the beginning of this review when I told you that when I first tried the Gillette Skinguard that I hated it? Well, the reason that I hated this razor is because it was doing exactly what it was supposed to do, and that is delivering a not too close shave without excessive pressure.
Okie dokie, so I finished my first full shave with the Gillette Skinguard Razor, and oh boy, dude, I have a lot of thoughts because, yeah, the Skinguard, it's definitely guarding you from something, and probably guarding you from a close shave is the biggest thing. And so yeah, I definitely got some thoughts, but before I pass too much judgment, you know how we do on this channel. We don't draw conclusions after only one shave, so we're gonna run this back a few more times and then let's get in the lab and let's talk about it. Let's go.
The philosophy of the Gillette Skinguard revolves around two blades, each partially covered by Gillette Skinguard technology. The theory is the Skinguard will press the skin away from the blade, thus limiting the closeness of the shave. Now, the Skinguard technology is essentially a piece of plastic partially covering the blade so that the blade doesn't get too much contact with your face. Think razor training wheels. And this is why I initially hated this razor. As a guy who's shaved with a bunch of different 5-blade cartridges, as well as someone who enjoys occasionally shaving with a safety razor, I've really begun to appreciate the feel of the blade on my face. And I also really like that sound that you get when you're shaving with a safety razor. You know, that. Yeah, you know that sound. Over time, I've begun to associate both that sound and that feel with a clean shave. When you're shaving with the Gillette Skinguard, you're not gonna get that feeling or that sound because the training wheels are in the way. And the feel of the Gillette Skinguard is something quite different, almost as if it's not giving you that good of a shave. But here's the catch. Regardless of the feel, the results of the Gillette Skinguard aren't bad at all. And it's a completely serviceable shave. Is it the closest shave? No, of course not, but it's not supposed to be. As a black man that doesn't necessarily have the best skin, but also doesn't suffer from a lot of shaving specific irritation either, still, I did notice a difference. But I also noticed that as a result of how the shave felt, it also left me with a tendency to overshave by using too many strokes, which completely defeats the point of using a milder razor to avoid shaving irritation if you're going to use too many strokes. So don't do that, because the Gillette Skinguard Razor is actually efficient enough to give you a good shave while shaving normally. It just doesn't feel like it. Now, I can be hard on Gillette because I kind of feel like they're the Taco Bell of razor companies. Let's take the same ingredients, mix them up differently, and call it something different. So I don't believe that every variation of every product line for Gillette really actually has value. However, in the case of the Gillette Skinguard, I think that this is legitimate. I don't think it's a gimmick. And on the other hand, I also don't think it's going to be some miracle solution that's going to eliminate shaving irritation for everyone. But the Gillette Skinguard's design is based on some legitimate science. The handle actually has a nice build, and the cartridges seem to have a pretty good construction. Is the Gillette Skinguard worth it? Well, quick word from this video sponsor. No, wait, don't click away. There is no video sponsor. I'm the sponsor. But I really would like to announce the launch of my video production company, C1 Vision Video Productions. And you can find my website at C1 Vision Video, or reach out to me for business inquiries at ADP1, a different perspective at gmail.com. I would love to help you tell your story. If you have a video or an idea that's in need of being made, feel free to check out my website, check out some of the client work, and we'll put our heads together and create something wonderful. So thanks a bunch for listening to that. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. I think that if you suffer from razor burn, razor rash, razor bumps, or any type of shaving related skin irritation, then it is absolutely worth giving the Gillette Skinguard a try. But if you're someone that likes a close shave or really don't suffer from some type of shaving related irritation, then no, the Gillette Skinguard is not going to be the razor for you. I also think that the Gillette Skinguard probably represents a good starter razor and would make a great starter razor for a young man whose beard isn't fully grown in yet. So thanks a bunch for watching. I really do hope that this was helpful. Until the next one, fitness and beard. Get out of here.
Time to pull a drop top out. Summer nights, it's a